Oh yes, folks. Trade deadline, breaking news. David Price goes to the Tigers. Part of me feels like this is unfair because because they already have Verlander and then they add in Price, and it's just like, oh man. I mean, I like this trade for the Tigers. It makes them, a very, very dominant threat in the AL Central. You know what I'm saying? Kind of putting the rest of those teams to sleep with that 1-2 punch combo. That 1-2 punch combo should get them to the ALCS alone. But, a whole bunch of stuff is still, left to be said. But David Price goes to the Tigers. I like the move for the Tigers. Verlander and Price. 1-2 punch. I mean, two aces. It's not fair. It's really not fair. That's how I feel about it. It's really not fair. Anyway, on the other news, basically today, the Red Sox have basically been cleaning house. I mean, they dealt Lackey recently. They've been willing to deal and trading out a whole bunch of these guys that they had on their rosters, man. So trade deadline losers got to be the Boston Red Sox. I mean, I hate to say it because I really like Cespedes, and I think that he was a good building block. If they're going to rebuild, and I know the Boston fans don't want to hear that, but if they're going to rebuild, why not rebuild around somebody like that? I mean, a guy that has a whole bunch of power, that defensively is like meh, but the guy, I think that he's basically comparable to Manny Ramirez. We all know how much Boston loves Manny. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Trade deadline winners. The A's definitely have to be in that conversation for picking up Lackey to go wrong with that rotation that they got. Strong rotation going into the playoffs for the Oakland A's. I'm also looking at the Cardinals for going out and getting Lackey, getting Masterson. Strengthening their bullpen. That's something that you really need to do to make a run. I like what the Cardinals did. And looking at the Orioles by going out and getting Miller, a left-handed pitcher. Looking at the Nationals going out and getting Cabrera. I like that move, a guy that they can move around if need be. And of course, the Tigers going out and getting David Price at the 4 p.m. mark. I mean, it's just not fair. I'm sorry, it's not fair. It's just not fair. I don't think it's fair. You know what I'm saying? But it's the WC. Verlander and Price, a 1-2 punch. It's the WC, man. Let me know how you guys feel about the trade deadline. If your team went out and got David Price, I'm pretty sure you're going to come to this video and gloat. But it is what it is. And until next time, peace out. It's still not fair. I don't think it's fair. But it is what it is.